Good evening, OWLS family. Hoot, hoot. How is everyone doing? And hello to all those who come in to watch the replay. Bless you greatly. Oh boy, it's been cold here, y'all. And I got stories to tell. Good evening, Cheryl. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Good evening, Gloria. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Good evening, Kim. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Everybody must be stuck in the ads. We're supposed to get down to 19 tonight, and that's in the city. We're probably going to be about 16 here. We're at 36 at the moment. Good to hear, Cheryl. Texas getting cold. We got a potential ice storm. Let's see, Saturday or Sunday coming. Good evening, Nancy. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? I heard down your way, maybe not all the way down your way, but the panhandle of Florida got snow. Good evening, Amy. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Junior's okay, y'all. He just decided he wanted to step out of live stream for tonight. He'd rather sleep. So he was back there in the bed sleeping. Now he's over here in his chair sleeping again. Good evening, Alexander. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? No, don't you apologize. You wasn't late. You got here when you could, darling. I know you are. And like I said, you're in my prayers, darling. Good evening, Perlio. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Yep, Junior's okay. Don't worry, Junior's okay. He's just sleeping. Good evening, Game Set Match. Welcome into chat. How are you doing? Hoot, hoot. JW. Okay, good, good. Yeah, I've got some more names I got to match up. I got to send emails. Whew, yeah. Yep. We got down, I think, to 19, 20 last night. Tonight's going to be even colder. I didn't stay up too god awful late last night, but I did. We were at 20 when I finally went to bed. We both doing fine. We're above ground. Might not be kicking high, but we're doing great. Oh, you're welcome. Did they get there in good shape? You're welcome, darling. You know I'm more than happy to send them. Thanks to Mr. John. That's how everybody got the seeds. Good, good. Wasn't for Mr. John, the seeds wouldn't have made it. Mr. John and Ms. Ivy. Seed saving extraordinaires. Good morning, Mini Cactus. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Or did I say good morning? Good evening. I don't know what I said. Yep, federal holiday today. Oh, good. I'm glad they made it. Yep, yeah, that was a little ways from us. And then when we ended up having to go to Booneville yesterday, I noticed that another house had burnt down. It's a bad time of year because people trying to stay warm. Oh, good to see you too, Mini Cactus. Good evening, Grandma Teresa. Hoot, hoot. Welcome into chat. How are you doing? It's been one heck of a day, I tell y'all. I've been fighting to get the humidity up in the house. We were down to 32. My sinuses went back crazy. Had a nosebleed, so I've got water going on the stove on low. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. But yep. And then a river ran through the backyard. The outside faucet, even though I had it wrapped real good, busted at some point today. So, yep, water's cut off. Good evening, Tammy. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing, sister? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Pearlio. Yep. Hey, good evening, Marcus. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Yeah. She looked up on having them in storage, definitely. But yep, I had to go out about an hour before live stream, cut the water all off. So I can't fix the water until Thursday. So woohoo, exciting. At least we got 2 big bottles of water, so we should be okay. Just gonna have to conserve on water. I knew something was up when the water pressure was really low. I'm like going, oh crap, we got a busted pipe. The outside faucet busted. Oh, good to hear, Marcus. I'm glad it made it. Yeah, cilantro's pretty tough. Pretty tough. Dill, I'm not too sure about. But yeah, I mean, a river was flowing back behind the house. So I'm like going, oh God, get the water key, get the water key. So I hobbled up the hill, got the water cut off. So Thursday I can get it fixed. Yep, it was a mess because I'm trying to hobble and see what's going on. And I'm like, oh my God, because I had it wrapped. Yep, I'm going to have to get that fixed. I've got to get it fixed because I use the outside hose, unfortunately. I knew I had no hose connected or anything. I had it wrapped up real good. Apparently not good enough. Oh, we're expecting, because I don't get paid by YouTube until Thursday. So, yeah. And we've got to hustle Thursday because it's either Friday, no, it's either Saturday or Sunday. Potential for a massive winter storm, possibly ice storm. So, woohoo. So, I've got to try to juggle with what I have coming because, YouTube likes to stab me. Um, I've got to try to get one big propane tank filled, a small propane tank filled. Now I got to try to weave in being able to fix this pipe. And I got to get chicken food. I got to get cat food. Yeah, outside pipe. Outside pipe. I can't let outside pipe drip. The inside pipe, the inside was flowing, was dripping. But no, they are actually calling for, I'm not going to hold my breath, but I'm still going to prepare anyway because they're that evil. They're calling for ice and snow. Welcome into chat, Tin Tigers. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? But yeah, I had the water in the kitchen and the bathroom dripping. This was the outside faucet, which it made it through. I think last year's winter's what weakened it because, yeah, we got a whole lot colder last winter than we were last night, and yeah. So Thursday is going to be hop and jump day. And I'm still trying to figure out what happens when I go to sleep. Apparently, now I went to bed fine, dandy, nothing wrong with me. Woke up later that morning. Apparently, I guess I was kung fu fighting or something in my sleep. Woke up to my knee being out again. I went to get out of the bed, and it was already hurting. Went to get out of the bed and like to fell flat. I'm getting tired of this. You go to bed feeling okay, you wake up like you've gone through a battle royale. Yes, for the last 3 days, the girls have laid 10 eggs a day. Today, now they gave me 8. Interesting, Amy, interesting. Good evening, Enchanted Daisy. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? So, yep, I had to break out the knee brace, which apparently now I've lost weight in my leg, which now the knee brace is too big on me. So here I am rubbing my knee and around on my knee with the Solomon's root oil, and I'm trying to jimmy rig a knee brace to work on me that's too big for me now. So I'm just like throwing my hands up in the air. Good evening, Red. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Good evening, Forest Girl. How are you doing? Hoot, hoot. Oh, thank you, darling. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is this stuff about as you get older, you wake up like you've been in a battle. Apparently, I must have kicked somebody's tail really good because I was fine. I was fine before I went to bed. It's weird, I'm telling you. But yeah, the girls are doing great. They are doing great. Apparently, they like this cold weather. I haven't had chickens like them before. I know for a fact egg laying should have slowed down massively. No, they're full throttle laying. Good evening, Polly. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Oh, CO Sister Bounty. Welcome into chat. How are you doing? But yeah, I was fine. I was perfectly fine before I went to bed. Just tired as could be. Oh, I know. I've been around chickens most of my life. I'm just surprised that they're laying so well. Oh, believe me, I figure they're going to slow down eventually a little bit, maybe. Oh, worth some money. They're good baskets. Ooh, the basket's worth way more than the ceramic eggs, let me tell you. Those are expensive baskets. But yeah, I love those baskets. Those are heritage baskets. And they, like I said, they ain't cheap. They're either going to be made from split oak, a lot of them are made from willow, and they're beautiful baskets. And they're strong as can be. Good evening, Seahorse Dreams. Hoot, hoot. Welcome into chat. How are you doing, darling? Man, I'm telling you, it's been fairly cold. Going to get worse here soon. Good evening, Okies Eden. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? But no, them girls ain't slowed down a bit. And then when I'm in there reaching into the back of the box back there to gather eggs, I've got one of the ones that I raised. She comes in there and she clucks at me like, "All right, what you think you're doing? Where are you going with those eggs?" Good evening, Susan. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Seahorse Dreams. I'm so sorry. Okay, Stephen, you take care. Have a blessed evening, better week ahead, and we hope to see you next Monday night. Yep, gotta get up early. Yep, may your little fur baby rest in peace. Nope, Not yet that I know of. I won't do no good. I don't have a rooster, so they're not fertile eggs. You want me to put you on the prayer list, Seahorse Dreams? Good evening, Percy. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? Yep, sorry to hear about your rooster. But yeah, no, we don't I haven't had any trouble, but that the box that they're in now is strongly put together. All right, give me a minute. It's it was a big box doghouse with the built on run. That thing is sturdy. Good evening, Cindy Lou. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? Oh yes, the bagel and lox. Oh, they were so good, y'all. So good. Good evening, Kimberly. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? Okay, Stephen, you take care, darling. Man, I've been seeing a lot of stuff that's been going on over in Europe. It's sad. It is really sad seeing how, yeah, immigrants coming in bringing drugs and just taking over. It's bad. Good to hear, Kimberly. Good to hear. How's your back doing since the surgery? But yeah, Red, those oak split baskets, that tradition came along with them from Ireland. They would make them over there too. But yeah, I was happy to find that salmon. Sorry, y'all. Now, there we go. I was thankful to find that salmon on clearance. Good to hear. Good to hear. Cause yeah, I'm iffy about them back and neck surgeries. Seed swap went well. Went very well. We had a blast. Yep. Down here you get either oaks or willows. But yeah, those baskets are very, very expensive. Especially if it's guaranteed to be made in Appalachia, it's even worth even more. It's all about location, y'all. Oh, I need to tell y'all about going to. Wait, I did tell y'all. No, I didn't, because we went Tuesday. Yeah, we went Tuesday to yeah, we don't have a whole lot of willows around here, but I'm planning on making me a egg basket one day. I think I'm gonna strip sawbriar vine and weave a basket with it. All right, Tuesday we headed down to take care of business in Tupelo. And I wanted to apologize to y'all about the windshield. We have a leak in one of the window sills on the door in the driver's side. So, yeah, it fogs up and then it dissipates, and the window gets filthy as can be. So, I didn't realize it was that bad dirty. So, apologize for that one. We get down to the disability building down there. Wasn't hard to find. We made a great loop around everything because we stopped at the bread store, then we went to disability. All right, got in there. Of course, we're not used to peopling like we used to. So I'm sitting there. It's hot as can be in that building. It was hot outside. We hit close to 70 down there. And I've got long sleeve shirt on. And it's stuffy in this building, the Social Security office. And then I'm smelling everybody, all the different perfumes and everything, and I'm having a hard time breathing. And then somebody came in. I don't know what they done. Oh my God, they just stunk of marijuana. I think they bathed, smoked, and whatever in it. And of course, they sat behind me, which sets me off even worse because I think I'm allergic to it because I choke and gag when I smell it. So I'm sitting in there coughing, people looking at me. I finally we took some drinks with us, so I had to open one of my drinks and start drinking. Thank gracious that kind of stopped and I had to go to Fannin. We wasn't there too long at all. Thank gracious, because I don't know how much longer I could have survived in that room with all them. It wasn't a whole lot of people. They had at several times 3 windows open. One would go take a break and it'd go down to 2. The other one would come back. They'd have 3. Another one would go for a break. Then we were back down to 2. And when we got there, they were at B 82, something like that. And I look at our ticket and I'm like going, it's B10. What is this B10 stuff? They flip over. So we had a little wait. Then we got called. Very nice woman. Very, very nice woman. She got everything we needed to do done. Got it switched over from the debit card was sent from Social Security because apparently, I chose to have his check put on a debit card. And I looked at her, I said, ma'am, nobody talked to me, and I sure didn't choose to have it put on a debit card. This letter's line. I spoke to nobody. And then and I said, "Is this the debit card for Social Security?" And she looked at me, she said, and then she said it low because I know they're recording. She shook it at me and said, "This is the devil." And she put it back to me. She says, "Don't let them put his money on that card." And she said it was the devil twice, and I about lost it. I about busted out laughing. I could tell she was serious. And so we got it supposedly set up to go to the bank account because I don't want it on no plastic debit card. Good evening, Ingrid. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? No, actually, it moved really fast. Faster than we were expecting. So, yeah, got that set up. Now, Junior wanted me to be his payee. Got that set up, but we were trying to just set it up to where they could talk to me. I wasn't expecting the payee stuff, but Junior wanted it. He told him, yeah, shook his head and everything. So I'm waiting to hear back because, I have to go on, they got to do a background check on me. I'm not going, what? A background check for what? Well, you're going to be his payee. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I just needed my name on there so I could talk to y'all because he's nonverbal. And she said, well, it's better that you're his payee. I said, okay. So, yeah, background check, which, look, I'm legal to buy thunder sticks, so that shouldn't be no problem. Wonder how many other people have to go through background checks. I know those illegal folks don't have to. So, yeah, I know. I was surprised, and that's why I almost busted out laughing when she said that. Good evening, Dr. Pepper. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Yep. Well, Junior's different. Junior's different. We're going to be able to survive off of what he's going to be getting. We were really blessed for a change, but we won't see it until the end of February, which, he's approved for January, but January will show up on February. February's payment will show up in March. Yeah. I ain't been calm around here. Not whatsoever. Tried to get Junior's main medicine refilled, but apparently Vanderbilt closes the pharmacy on the federal holiday, which I thought was odd. But so I gotta call them back tomorrow. Then the water pipe busted. And I find out now, listen, I'm not asking for nothing. I'm giving y'all a heads up. Good evening, Opal, darling. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? But yeah, we could have really, really used that money right now. I'm not going to lie. Okay, my phone company is screwing me over. I'm giving y'all a heads up so nobody will panic. Not asking for anything. Apparently, they keep cutting days off of when I'm supposed to pay. They keep changing it around. I'm getting tired of this crap. So, and YouTube just keeps changing when I'm going to get paid. I don't get paid till the 22nd. It used to be the 21st. It used to be the 20th. Then it moved to the 21st. And now it's the 22nd. So now my phone company thinks it's okay to, bill me on the 20th. When I used to pay on the 25th. So yeah. Phone is going to be off until the 22nd. It will cut off sometime after midnight tomorrow night. I have 2 videos. I have a video for the next 2 days. All right. If you don't see a video on Thursday, it's because I didn't get a chance to make one. So, and plus now that water's cut off, I've got to jiggle to get a video made. So, weehaw. Wonderful to hear, Opal, darling, and bless you, darling. You know what I'm talking about. I haven't got to sit down long enough to answer anybody, because when I start answering people, I fall asleep. Yeah. So I'm exhausted. Medical care is wonderful down here. Vanderbilt's only 3.5 hours from us. Yep. There ain't enough money to get me to live up in Massachusetts. No, thank you. Nope. They didn't, Red. They cut 18 months of back pay off. They deducted 18 months because they would not accept his, wasn't enough paperwork, apparently. 3 different hospitals worth of paperwork. 3 different hospitals worth of paperwork. Wasn't enough paperwork to prove that when we first filed for disability, his aortic dissection, now that he's the bionic man, that's not enough to prove that he was disabled in 23. So they completely cut the 23, April 1st, 23 to April 1st, 24. They're not considering him disabled until his strokes, which was April Fool's Day 24. Now, get this. April 1st, 2024. Social Security disability doesn't accept it until the disabled part for 6 months after you file. Well, I'm like going, well, we filed in 23. So, yeah, he got 18 months cut away from back pay. Well, we got a big busted water pipe, and I had to cut the water off. So, but we have 10, 20 gallons of water stored up. Now, I could fight it, which I really want to. I really want to fight him being robbed of that back pay. But if I go to fight it, they freeze the pay that's coming up. We're struggling so bad, y'all. We can't afford to let that payment get froze. So, yeah, I got to call the people. I couldn't call them today. Last week I was so busy. I didn't get to call them today because federal holiday. It's not through disability, it's through some other organization. So, yeah. Yeah, but see, the bad part about Junior is his body doesn't acknowledge most herbs. So I tried all blood pressure herbs on him, nothing worked. But yet they will freeze the payments for, what is it, 90 days. We ain't going to survive 90 more days without some kind of money, because this month's payment from YouTube's only 200. If that, I won't know till it gets here. So, yeah, I'm making less now than I did on YouTube 2.5 years ago with 3/4 less subscribers. So, yeah, rock in a hard place. Rock in a hard place. So, yeah, just doing what I can and trying not to go back crazy. That's all I can say. And now you know why I hate my government. It don't matter what party's in. I don't trust none of them. Now, if he was an illegal alien, we would have got it immediately. Bite me on that one. Bite me and bite me. It makes me sick. It makes me sick. So, needless to say, I'm just really sick of it all. Only thing I could think of would be maybe 1 or 2 packages of diapers, just to get us until the end of February. After the end of February, we should be good and we won't be freaking mooches. Yeah, Jay, don't trust YouTube. Especially not on my channel. They're not going to let nobody know. Wipes. I've started getting wipes from Walmart. They're called Assurance or something like that. Those are the best wipes I have ever used, y'all. They come in a 2-pack, hair under $10. And you don't have to hardly use many at all. They are really good and they're huge wipes. Oh, they've been getting it. They've been getting food stamps. They've been getting food stamps. They've been getting everything. Yes, I would, Tammy, and I still got to remember to check the elderberries. Tell you, my brain is gone, y'all. Also, I haven't got to answer comments in a while because I've been tired, y'all. And when I try to start, I will fall asleep. It's funny. Sometimes I'll eat dinner and just pass out like a wino on the couch. Junior won't wake me up, and I told him if I pass out, please wake me up. I got stuff I got to get done. Yep, brand new cars. Y'all might not have seen it, just came out. The Somali up there in Minnesota, one of the fake child care workers or owners of a fake child care driving a Lamborghini. Now, these are refugees from Somalia. Wonder where that money come from. Good evening, Dee. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Hold on, I missed something. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. Yep, they were getting towed. Yes, they were repoed. But you know what? How many Americans that, own daycares? How many of them driving Lamborghinis? Yep, learning center people. Yep. It's aggravating. I'm telling you, it's aggravating. What's even worse is these nutcases battling ICE. Because, it's more important that these illegals are in this country. Yeah, no, it's not. I have no problem. Now, don't get me wrong. I have no problem with immigrants coming to this country, doing it legally like you're supposed to. I will welcome them as long as they're, not mass murderers, rapists, child predators, and so on. But ones who are here illegally, no, you're good as gone. Oh, thank you, Bounty. Thank you. But it's just aggravating. I try to work. I can't work. I can't leave Junior home alone. He is not capable of taking care of himself. I try my best to make good content, but apparently a lot of people don't like what I make. So I don't know what to do. I try my best. Good evening, Terminator, darling. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Oh, man. Just stay safe, because look, we're facing ice storm this coming starting either Saturday or Sunday. I'm hoping they're wrong, but I'm still going to prepare as much as I can for it. Oh, thank you, Terminator. And I agree, Xander. I have no problem with people doing it legally. None whatsoever. We're a melting pot. We just boiled over really fast in 4 years' time. Good evening, Cynthia. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Oh, good to hear. You're welcome, darling. It was all Mr. John. It was Mr. John and Ms. Ivy. Oh, thank you, Polly. Thank you so much. Oh, speaking of, all right, I'm keeping the envelope from who it is quiet. I got 2 packages. Now I done opened them up because, man, I got excited. Whole bunch. Man, it's bright. Whole bunch of envelopes. A book of stamps, y'all. Now, I am keeping their name quiet. Hoot, hoot, Teresa. You'll know who you are. My name is, and I am a silent viewer. I love watching you humbly do your thing, whether it be making organic foods to planting seeds and plants. My favorite is your knowledge and use of making tinctures. I am a big fan of yours. I love the humble, down to earth way you have about yourself. You are the real deal. Say hey to Junior for me. I have enclosed a book of stamps and some envelopes for you. An avid fan with a heart. And I'm not saying her name because she stays silent. I want to respect her. Respect them. Oh, I done gave that cat out of the bag. Respect them for what they've done. Bless you, darling. Bless you so much. You don't know how much I appreciate your kind words, your kindness, the envelopes, the stamps. Soon, soon I won't have to worry about that no more. Hold on, y'all. I gotta catch up. Oh, thank you, Bounty. I love you dearly, darling. Wait. Good evening, Kathy. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Uh-oh, I didn't do it, Kathy. I didn't do it. No, because I see it truly as a waste. Because most of them are so big, it's fibrous and they're not edible. So I see those giant pumpkins as a waste, personally. Now, am I against other people wanting to grow them? No, do your thing. But I raise fruits and vegetables to eat and consume. Wait a minute, what did I miss? I missed something. Give me just a minute. I will answer that. I missed something. Give me a minute. I will answer your tincture question. Yes, there's good money in it, selling the seeds, but what use is I'm trying to encourage people to grow food they can eat. Yeah, it's big money in those seeds, but do you know how hard it is to grow those? You have to dig a big hole. You have to layer soil, fertilizer, compost, and you got to make it really rich. Then you got to make sure no squash vine borer comes around to kill that thing. You have to protect that vine and make sure that only one squash grows on that vine. And to me, it's a waste of time. They take up great amount of room and you can't eat it. And here soon, what is that money going to do? Not much. Yeah, and the bad part is a lot of those are hybrid. Some of them are GMO, some are owned by Monsanto. So I'm not interested in it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not being hateful. If somebody wants to grow it, more power to you. I just see it as a big waste of space where you could be growing food. That's just me. More power to people. Yep, I agree, Polly. I agree. Okay, let me get back. See, I don't have the time to prepare the ground and dig to China to make a hole and layer all of that. It's just, Lord, it's a lot that goes into it. Okay, Enchanted Daisy, back to you. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, the last 5 years Enchanted Daisy has been pure hell. Pure hell. Yep, I have no other choice but to survive. No other choice because I have to take care of Junior. All right, fresh plant material, especially dried, non-dried herbs. There's only a few you can get away using 80 proof on. Usnea is one of them. You can get away with using 80 proof. Dead nettle, juicy, has to have 100 proof. And I'm talking 50% alcohol, 50% water. When I say 100 proof, I'm not talking Everclear. Everclear is the same as pharmaceutical grade. And if you're trying to get away from big pharma, you're not doing it by using Everclear. It does more harm than good. All right. Now, mimosa blossoms, just the blooms. You can get away with using brandy because they go hand in hand together, working together. Let's see, but pretty much everything else, um, Now, if it's a dried root that's been cut up, you can use 80 proof on. A fresh root that's juicy, 100 proof. Everything is pretty much 100 proof. Oh my God, no, no, that's a no, Terminator, no. The lion's mane mushroom, I'm going to be honest with y'all. In the organic mushroom section at Kroger, or also known as Kroger, organic mushroom section. Also, organically grown in America. They are American mushrooms. As long as it looked healthy and everything, $10 a pound's not bad at all. I would jump on that one, as long as they were organic. Okay, Bounty. No, it's not Dr. Pepper. I found in the liquor store. Are you near Corinth? Dr. Pepper, you near Corinth? You can try to wield it, but still, it's all the green and everything. You're still going to need 100 proof. You can try, but you're going to have to also use less plant material. All right, Corinth. Every day, any day. Corinth wines and spirits. They carry 100 proof Taka, the half-gallon bottles every single day. Or you can buy a case from them and they give you a discount. It's about 17, I think it was 17 and some change for a half a gallon, though. 1.75 bottle. Yep, see, Corinth is about 45 minutes from us. I'll drive it in a heartbeat. Plus, it's a woman-owned liquor store, and she is supportive of those who want to make natural medicine. She is sick and tired of big pharma and all the medical everything. But yeah, in the description box, sorry, y'all, my sinuses still ain't gone up in humidity in here. In the description box in the video of the lion's mane, making the lion's mane tincture, I have their address and everything listed. She has no trouble getting a hold of it. She looked at me like I was crazy. She goes, "You've been having trouble getting it?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. I can't find it since I forgot what I called, you know what. I said, yeah, it's almost impossible to get 100 proof tonka. She said, no, I can get it for you, honey. I got it every day of the week. I could even order it by the case. And then she told me, she said, where are you coming from? And I told her, I told her, I said, I promised you I was hoping to by now be able to buy the case from you. I said, soon. It's going to happen soon. She says, look, she asked me where I was coming from. I told her. She said, don't you drive all the way up here just to tell me you need a case. She said, pick up the phone, call me, and I will order all that you need. And I will call you back and let you know when it's in. That's customer service, and that's a business I want to do business with. Yeah, near the meat market. Yes, D. Corinth Wines and Spirits. Wonderful lady. Wonderful lady. Very friendly. That store is spotless, let me tell y'all. And yeah, I love that meat market. That's where I go. That butcher shop, that's where I go to get the tallow, which I've got to get tallow and lard soon. Yeah, good luck. I never could find it in Collierville. Never could. Yes, they got really good prices. And Lord, don't get that woman started on herbal medicine. She will talk to you. Well, she was talking to me for quite a while, and I loved it. And I had called her before we left, because after finding the lion's mane and almost having a heart attack getting it, I called the next day asking her if she had it in stock. And she laughed. She says, I should. Hold on. And she took me with her. She said, yep, I've got plenty of bottles. I said, oh my God, you got plenty of bottles. I said, can you hold me too? I will be there in probably a couple of hours. I've got a few things I've got to get took care of first. She said, no problem. They'll be waiting on you. They were waiting up back beside the register. She took them up there and was waiting for me. I can't tell you how many other liquor stores that I used to do business with that would tell me, yeah, I'm going to hold it up here. They never took it off the shelf. And by the time I got there, it was sold out. So yeah. I've got a video on it. I just render it. I render it down. I cut it up first. The video shows you how to do it from scratch. I render it down on low in a one of those big, beautiful tabletop like turkey roasters. Yeah, crock pot really doesn't get hot enough. No, I wouldn't say that, Opal. I got a lot of people who cannot stand me. I have a lot, and a lot of them's on YouTube. I got a lot of people who cannot stand me. No, Ladybug Sylv, welcome into chat. Hoot hoot, how are you doing? No, it's we're at 37% humidity in here. That is too dry for me. My sinuses are dried up. I had a slight nosebleed this morning. Now I'm trying to fight to get the humidity up in the house. No, I am definitely not getting sick. I'd rather, I enjoy cutting it up. I enjoy cutting it up. I know y'all do, Opal, and I am beyond thankful for the Owls family. Y'all just don't understand just how much I love y'all, and we are so thankful. No, because I consume enough salt because I have the condition my dad does. I eat plenty of salt. All right, y'all. Break time for, breathing treatment. I am still here. I am still talking. Um, don't go nowhere for everybody that's new. I am still here. Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. What was your name? I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names. Be patient. Did I answer your question, darling? See, I have to be careful. There's Junior in here. And I have to watch his salt, even breathing it. Okay, good. Now, Shannon Daisy, I have a massive playlist section. There is one playlist section, there's one playlist dedicated to making and straining tinctures. You can if you wanted to. I fully prefer using fresh plant material. About the only thing that I will contemplate using dry is roots, but I prefer using fresh. Oh, thank you, Cindy. How are you doing? I didn't get to ask you. I'm sorry. How's your palpitations doing, darling? Are you feeling better? Now, China Daisy, if I was you, if you're going to dehydrate them, I'd put it back for tea. Good to hear, Cindy. Good. Oh, you're welcome, darling. You're welcome. Oh, while I'm on slight break, anybody need to be on the prayer request list? I have Seahorse Dreams. Cheesecloth for what, Xander? Yep, they're playing. They're playing. We're gonna get ungodly brutal if they don't change it. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Is that the same one that fell last time? Or is that a different one? I'm telling you, Xander, get you those oh, filterless coffee filters. Yeah, I knew she had failed and broke something. I thought it was the same lady. All right, y'all, hold on. I got to get this wrote down. Poor thing. I'm shocked that they actually done a hip replacement surgery on her being 84. I thought I was wondering if it was the same lady. I am so sorry to hear that. That's just horrible. Because usually once you get past a certain age, they won't do those surgeries because the bones we don't heal as fast. No, I'm having a smoke break, Opal. I'm here. Uh-oh, what? Yeah, they're called filterless coffee filters. You don't have to use coffee filters in them. That's what I strain my tinctures through. They work wonders. Ooh. Yep. Did you get to see the Perlio? Did you get to see the video on straining the pineapple sage vinegar? I done that a while back. That is a beautiful vinegar. And that I used the clear, just a hair bit of apple cider vinegar, but the clear rice wine vinegar. Whew. Yeah, putting a rod to it. That's awful odd. Yeah, I bet you they are. I took I had saved the feed sacks, buying the cat food and the chicken food, and I stapled uh about 3/4 of the way down. I left the top open so that it could bend, but I stapled those feed sacks around the chicken run to block off that wind off of them. Okay, Jay. Noble cactus. Is that the same thing as prickly pear cactus? And I pretty much guarantee if they're down in Florida, they've sprayed the daylights out of that. You know, you got to have that pretty grass. But yeah, the feed sacks do work wonders. Them chickens are happy as can be. But you got to leave that vent, some venting at top open. So yeah. Nope. I leave the prickly pear cactus alone so I can get the prickly pear fruit. Yep, I know that feeling with Junior. I know that feeling. If Junior don't want to go, we ain't going nowhere. Good evening, Klein. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Yeah, that's why I don't. I have no love for an HOA. There ain't enough money on earth. Yeah, I was wondering if that was gravy or groovy. Yeah, still, I wouldn't trust a prepper HOA because somebody's always, never fails. Eventually it happens. They get power hungry. Welcome back, Jay. Coffee filters in the cart. Yep. I love and swear by those filterless coffee filters. They work wonders. Yep, we love our gravy. I'm in the South. Gravy is king. Let me tell you, that gravy was to die for. That was so good. It'd been so long since I've made that. And yep, I love my gravy when it's fixed right. I've had horrible gravy, not cooked by me, but I've had horrible gravy before where I just want to look at somebody and tell them, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Oh, thank you, Jay, darling. Thank you. That's because people don't care, Ingrid. People do not care. They do not care anymore. Good evening, John Gray. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? Well, you got to remember, it's so concentrated. That's why it kind of stinks. It mellows down once you use it with other things. But yeah, lavender can stink. It really does. And it can get too strong. Oh man, burnt gravy is a sin. Burnt gravy is a sin, I'm telling you. Good to hear, John. Good evening, Jeff. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? Okay, Terminator. Good to see you, darling. Have a wonderful evening. God, stay warm up there. A better week ahead, and we hope to see you next Monday night. Because I'm telling y'all, I don't see how y'all people live in Canada. All those people I watched Simply Living Alaska. They finally, thank gracious, me and Junior got our fix today. They posted a video. No, I ain't doing no -60, -70. No, nope, sorry. I'd love to live in Alaska, but I draw limits. It does now, Tammy. You can use other scents. You don't have to use the lavender. Make it the way you want it to smell. Now, like I tell everybody, the dryer's not fixed yet, so I don't know how it smells when you use a dryer. But I know when I line dry my clothes, it has a very, very, very light scent. So, oh, you get used to it. You get used to it, Red. And plus, you don't go out in the middle of the day if you don't have to. When we start hitting 100, you might see me in the morning, but you're more likely to see me in the evening time. Yeah, Opal, Georgia peach. Yeah, I baked it. One reason. There's been the reason why. Now, back in the day when I was younger, it was safe to eat cold smoked salmon because it's halfway cooked. Back in the day, it was safe. Now there's a lot of parasites and stuff in fish. Go figure. Um, and plus I had got it on clearance. I don't know how long that salmon had been there, and that's why I baked it. I know a lot of people probably lost their mind when I baked the lox, also known as smoked salmon. So that's why I baked it. I didn't, because Junior, I don't want to make him sick, and I sure don't want to get sick. Good evening, CC Clark. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? But yeah, it still tasted good. The smoky flavor came out even more, made it even better. Yeah, but still, Junior wouldn't do it if my life depended on it. There ain't no way is he doing 40 C, -40 Celsius. Nope, he's already shaking his head. That's a hard nope. Mm-mm. Yes, she has been missing for quite a while. I don't know if she's okay or if she's still taking a break from social media. There's no telling. Okay, Bounty. Yeah, more power to you northern people. No, no. And see, I have to. Plus, Junior couldn't take it because of all his stent work. He cannot. His stents hurt when he gets cold or if he gets too hot. But yeah, I haven't heard from Carol in a good while. So that's why I have to make sure the house stays fairly warm or he has his fuzzy blanket. But yeah, you people up north, nope. I'd like to come visit. I'm not doing it while it's snowing or anything because I don't know what happened to y'all. Most of y'all, I see all them pile ups. Y'all live in that stuff. Y'all should know how to drive in that stuff. I'm not saying all of y'all can't drive, but a good majority of people up north can't drive in that stuff. But if he gets cold, those stents are going to hurt. It don't matter how much I wrap that man up. He'd be looking like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man or the kid off of A Christmas Story. We're going to be colder than 24. Tishomingo's going to be 19. We've been running 3 degrees colder than Tishomingo. Y'all got to remember, we don't have concrete jungle effect anymore. So we're supposed to be probably going to be 15, 16 tonight. Whoo, low. No, 8. That's a little too cold. I could, but most of the time he ain't going to want to use it. He ain't going to want to use it. Y'all got to remember, Mr. Junior just a little stubborn. Yeah, we're talking about you. That's what happens when you decide to sleep and not be in live stream, baby. You might as well smile. But yeah, they're supposedly now, like I said, I'm going to try to prepare for it best I can. There's still no guarantee, but they're saying anywhere from an inch to 3 inches accumulation. But they're good at changing the story up. Red said Junior is not as so handsome off in his chair. Laugh out loud. He's over laughing. Yeah, Jay, I agree on that one. Listen, I done got tired of him and all his AI crap, and of course him acting like a purebred millennial, and it's become a great big show, song, and dance. No, just give me the weather forecast. I don't need all them bells and whistles. I don't care about that AI robot thing program he uses. I can't stand that thing. Whew. Yeah, no, Jeff. More power to you on that one. we're sitting at 31 for now outside, and it's dropping. I get it all out of our driveway. Yeah, I just can't help it. Ryan Hall just gets on my nerves. I can watch him for a little bit, but after a while, I don't need all those bells and whistles and that god awful AI crap. No, I don't like it. That's just like I've been trying to go through emails to get to important emails to answer. I can't tell you how many responses I've had to send back. Thank you for asking me to be part of a collaboration, but I do not and will not use AI. Thank you. Yes, entertainer. Bingo, Pearlio, bingo. Yeah, he's done gotten so once he started rolling in the money, y'all just don't realize he makes massive bank off them long, long live streams. He's just lost his mind since he got, he ain't poor no more. Now, granted, I give him credit; he does help people, but he ain't poor, y'all. Uh-uh. Yep, we're tonight's our last coldest night. Uh like I said, Tishomingo is supposed to get 19. We usually get 2 to 3 degrees cooler than Tishomingo. So we'll probably be at 15, 16 tonight. Then we warm up for 3, 4 nights, and then we just plummet down. And of course, they're saying ice storm, snowstorm. They can't make up their mind. But regardless, and on Thursday, I got to fix that pipe because hopefully tonight the rest of the pipes don't freeze and bust because I can't cut the water back on because a river runs through it. So, yeah. Yep, but with all the money he makes, he should be able to do way more than one person, one family. Because I'm telling you, one of those long live streams, he makes bukus of money. Because you got to remember, there's thousands of people in those live streams. All now, of course, YouTube is just making bank too. But yep, he's not what he used to be. He's done got up there with the ant, and now he's got to be flash and bang. I don't want flash and bang. Just tell me the weather. Because look at all those subscriptions people are paying for and donating, all those super chats and everything. He's making bank. Plus ads. He's getting paid for ads. But yeah, he'll never tell you truthfully what all he's making. Believe me. He won't. Plus, y'all don't realize those sponsorships he's getting. That's good money too. Yep, my garden hose was already disconnected and my pipe was wrapped. It was wrapped and everything. We got down to, I think it was 17 or 18 last night. Now, granted, there's no telling how old that pipe is out there. There's no telling. It just busted. And like I said, a river ran through the backyard. Yep, I wasn't running. I hobbled up a ways because the water shut off is a good ways, and I just cut the whole house. I got a water key. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that, Dr. Pepper. That's horrible. But yeah, it can't make up its mind here. We've been warm and we have had spells of brutal cold. Brutal for us. You got to remember, us southern folks aren't used to them temps up north. Now, last year, none of the pipes busted at all. We were down in, I think, negative 20 at one time. I hate negative 20. That hurts, y'all. No, thank you. But I think the constant warm, cold, and there's no telling how old that faucet and pipe is. And yeah, it just busted. Had the kitchen sink dripping. Had the bathroom tub dripping. Can't drip outside because it'll go up into the faucet, into the pipe. So yeah, I could do only so much. This is an outside faucet. Believe me, I'm 50, almost 56. Believe me, I know the drill. Man, wintertime, I was in charge of making sure everything was dripping. It was dripping last night. There ain't nothing I can do about the outside faucet. Okay, Jay. See, we wasn't just freezing. We went down to close to 18 or 17 last night. Yeah, the bottom line, yeah. It's always good. The longer you can keep your animals off of feed means the more money you get to pocket. No, she's coming back. Be right back. She's just going to get a nightcap. But yeah, believe me, I know the drip faucets. Yeah, because after a while, the glue only holds so long. I'm glad you could buy hay bales. I ain't had the money to. I ain't had the money to do much of nothing. Oh, thank you, Ladybug Silv. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yep, I do all of that, Bounty. I do all of it. There's only so much you can do in a trailer. But don't worry, all the plumbing's going to be changed over when we actually buy the place. We've already planned that. This is Jimmy Rig pieced together PVC and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, you can only do so much. And I'm not saying nothing to the landlord because we already owe so much back money. I'm just going to fix it myself. But I can't fix it until I finally get the little measly check from YouTube because they're throttling me and I won't get paid on Thursday. But we have, I think it's 15, 20 gallons of water. I'm just going to have to be careful what I cook and not dirty many dishes at all. But yep, not trying to do much fixing of anything until we know for a fact the house is ours. Then watch out, it's going to get fixed. Yep, I used to use shark bites. Shark bites don't last as long as they should. It's just like Thursday. Yeah, no, that's why they're called ditch witches. Yeah, no. Working with plumbing and everything, I learned about ditch witches a long time ago. Yeah, I can't get paper plates and anything right now because I ain't got the money. Oh my gracious. Yep, we done dropped to 31 now. But I know for a fact, at least if we lose power in the ice storm, which I'm hoping not, I'm hoping it's just snow. Just snow. Don't need no ice. We lose power, me and Junior going to be snuggling in the living room. He'll be in his chair and I'll be on the love seat. Which I might just take the cushions off the love seat and make me a pallet on the floor. Because we ain't going to freeze. But my goal is to use as little bit of dishes, bowls, cooking things, because we're going to be waterless until Thursday. Because I don't want to have to do a whole bunch of washing dishes. I do enough of that on a daily here. Especially if I really get active making a video. Yeah, no. I'm just thankful I got 2 videos. I got to come up with one more. Yep, see, those who pay for no commercials hurt us greatly. Hurt us greatly because it's the watching of the commercials where we make our money. So, yeah. We make nothing from those who pay. We might make 8 cents for every, I don't even think 8 cents for a video that you watch if you paid for no commercials. Yep. That's I think that might be month payment. Let me look into that and I'll give y'all a definite next Monday night. But that's for those who pay to have no commercials. We don't make money. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, darling. But I think it's like 8 cents a month, maybe. Like I said, let me double check. I don't want to tell y'all no lies. But yeah, we don't make any money if you are ad free, not whatsoever. Now, you watching the videos and clicking like and maybe commenting once in a while, that helps to get the video possibly seen more. But as for monetary, nope. But yeah, if you pay for no ads, just watching the video, clicking like and comment, it helps with the algorithms. As for the paycheck, no. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, thank you, Xander. Thank you. Thank you, Xander, because I was struggling trying to figure out what it was. I could not remember to save my life. Eh, it's okay. No, no. No, don't worry about it, darling. Yeah, that's true. I got a super chat. Uh, for the Let's Have a Talk, the Gift Blessing Let's Have a Talk video. This is why I tell people if you want to donate, I'm not asking, I'm talking. Uh, if you want to donate, it's better just to go to PayPal, friends and family, because I got a super chat donation of $50 on the Let's Have a Talk video. They took $15 of that donation. YouTube took $15 of that donation. Ooh, that's good. Go ahead, Bounty. Go take care of Cowboy. Love you dearly, darling. You stay warm up there. Have a great night. Give Cowboy a hug for me. He's probably wondering who this crazy woman is asking you to give him hugs. Y'all have a great week ahead, and we'll see you next Monday night, darling. Yep, that's why I try to tell people it's not that I am ungrateful. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm not grateful for the donations. It irks me that somebody donates something, they're expecting me to get all of that. No, I don't. No, I don't. YouTube thieves take a massive chunk. And that's why I try to tell people if you're wanting to donate so much, please just do it through PayPal or Cash App. Now, if you donate through Ko-fi, Ko-fi don't take anything, but when it goes through PayPal, PayPal takes a small chunk, not much, not like the tube thieves. Yep, at Cedar. Yep. But the reason why I tell people do friends and family, that's because me and Junior will see the whole amount and not have anything took out. It's always up to everybody else. Listen, I just would like to see YouTube be a fair and just media experience for everybody. That's my PayPal. That's my thing for my PayPal. Yep. Yeah, I found out when I got my 1099 through Google. Now, I filled out when I first got monetized. When I first got monetized, they were supposed to be taking taxes out. Guess what? Not a tax one took out. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. That's going to be really fun. Let's see. Lord, what am I looking at? There we go. All right, y'all. I'm going to do one more break. I'll be right back. But yeah, it's aggravating. It's sad. It's really sad. YouTube could be really, really good if they would be fair and just, but they're not. They are one-sided, bigger than day. Oh, I'm trying to think. There was I got here. Let me hold on. Let me break from the break for a second. Give me a minute, y'all. Come on, die. The smoke is what I was talking about, dying. Not anything else. I was trying to get it put out. There's I have PayPal. I have Ko-fi, Kofi. That's probably about the easiest one. I have Cash App. I don't want to get anything else. Okay. I got seeds in the mail, y'all. I forget what her handle is. But I received, and she sent printed out pictures of it. Sorry, y'all, glare is bad. Let's see. Thank you for your fabulous channel. Discovered you in 2025 and enjoy watching. Hi, I call these my Joyce tomatoes because my friend Joyce shared them with me a few years ago. She got she got them from a friend from Portugal. They are indeterminate. Flowers are huge and vines grow to about 2 inches in diameter. I can these with seeds and skins, chopped or simmered for sauce. They are great on a BLT or simple tomato mayo sandwich. Enjoy. Oh, come on, stop sliding. That's a big mater. Now, another one. I love it. She sent me printouts, y'all. She sent me printouts. The next one is called an Australian butternut squash. She grew 2 on one vine because I think she had 2 seeds. The second plant died. Let's see. Darling, I'm not worried about the color on the print. You done this is more than I get. Okay. I started 2 seeds under grow lights on February 1st, 2025. One plant survived in the outdoor raised bed garden when planted in June. Harvested 1 of the Australian butternut squash was 14 pounds. She harvested that in August, and a second one that was 10 pounds in October. The squash is much sweeter than regular butternut. So delicious. Yum, makes a great pie. So, thank you, Linda. Thank you. Bless you. Lord, I meant to do this earlier tonight, but hopefully I will get. See, there's one pack of seeds, and there's the other pack of seeds. I'm so thankful for these. I'm looking forward to trying them, and that way I'll have seeds to share. I meant to do that earlier. Totally, brain fog, I'm telling you. All right, going back to breathing treatment, smoke break. I need to get this humidity up. Oh, woohoo, it's bounced up to 39. And I'm not drinking enough coffee, nothing else. Oh, let me tell you, I was so thankful to have found that lion's mane. I was so thankful. I like to have a heart attack, y'all, in the middle of Kroger. But yeah, check. Now, there's no guarantee that your Kroger will have it. But the only reason I bought it is that it was labeled organic. They were pretty. I gently rolled them around in the pack. There was no bruising or anything on them. But yeah, I was so beyond thankful. And if it wouldn't have been for donations, that video wouldn't have been made because I didn't have the money for the alcohol until that donation came in, and I got alcohol because I knew it was too important. Because if I wouldn't have gotten the donation, I would have been dehydrating them. Oh, wonderful, Cece. Thank you. Yep, I'm thankful for these. And if all goes well, no, it's going to go well. It's going to go well. And I'm going to get to have Binetopia again this year. And I'm going to try with the Binetopia, start a whole bunch of nasturtiums. Because from what I have read and found out, vine borer does not like nasturtiums. Okay, Jeff, you take care, darling. Have a wonderful evening. A better week ahead. Please stay warm. And we'll see you next Monday night. But yeah, hopefully, not this year, but the next year, I will have seeds to share from these. Because one way or another, somehow, Binetopia is going to be rebirthed here. But yeah, I couldn't let those lion's mane mushrooms stay there. I knew they had to come home. Yeah, you can cook with them. You can make tea with them. I hope to later on get some more. But yes, you can make tea with them. You can consume them in your food, uh, make smoothies, so on. Yep, that's why I'm thankful I'm not at times I am thankful, sometimes it's not a happy thing, especially around holidays. I come from a small family. Trying to keep up with what you just said, Jay, I'd be lost. Because once it goes past cousins, yeah, I'm lost. But then see, why buy the alcohol if you're just going to evaporate it? There's no need for it. Just make a tea with it. He'd sneak it in his hot cocoa. You could, but see, doing the alcohol version, but adding it to heat, the alcohol's going to evaporate out. And you got to remember when making a tincture, the plant material is absorbed into the cells of the alcohol, and when the alcohol evaporates, so does some of the medicine up and away. See, that's why I tell people be careful about doing that. Sometimes it is, not all time. And that's why I tell people be careful when using your tincture and you're using hot liquid to add the tincture to. Some of that medicinal value of that so said tincture evaporates out. Most people don't tell you that. So yeah. It's the same thing when you're making an herbal tea or an herbal concoction. Don't you put the lid on the pot to keep, the steam inside the pot? You keep the steam inside the pot so that the medicinal benefits of the plant doesn't evaporate up out with the steam. Depends on how you're making that tincture. See, if it's too concentrated, that's how people have allergic reactions because it's too strong for them. Yep, yep, I have learned that one too, Red. Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you the line. Well, I think are you getting fresh lion's mane, or are you getting dried lion's mane? Now the fresh lion's mane, you got to be careful. It is kind of moist, and that's why you got to use 100 proof. There's only few exceptions of when you can use 80 proof. And if it's juicy plant material, you better use 100 proof or it's going to go bad if you use if you use too much plant material. And that's why I tell people. Up, there you go. You're ready to roll. Now, I'll tell you from experience on this one, you're going to want to lightly agitate it on a daily basis because they like to float. And that's why you've got to fill the bottle up to the rim and gently agitate it daily and keep an eye on the alcohol level in the jars. I guarantee you I won't be hurting for alcohol. Junior's done said that. And then eventually, well, he's bound and determined he wants that still. He's over there shaking his head, smiling. Because I don't want people thinking that's all my idea. Because it's not. Junior's been wanting to get me a still for a long time. I'm back. And then that way I can make my own vodka. Make real vodka. Make it from potatoes. Yep, gently. You want to do it gently. Because if you do it, I've seen people just shake the daylights out of it. All you're doing is incorporating bubbles. Bubbles is not your friend. I haven't done infused the garlic honey or anything. I've just seen too many cases of botulism. So I'm leery of that one. Good evening, Shorty. How have you been doing, darling? Oh, there'll be videos. There'll be videos. Or a video. Let's just say a video. The last thing I need is revenue coming around. But that also means we'll have an extra trip to Restaurant Depot to pick up taters. Junior's over there smiling. But no, the only thing I personally want to get when we finally get everything settled, everything has to be settled first. I'm gonna get out of debt. We get everything situated. Is we need to replace Junior's. What was it going to make a gallon at a time? The colloidal silver maker that you got that got left behind. I think it made a gallon at a time. I want him to have another one of those. But I want a silver dye making machine, which I will be getting, because we'll be making our own colloidal silver, and that way I can go into making the silver dye cream. Nope, I sure haven't. Nope, I sure haven't heard that. Sorry to hear that. No, I'm not doing it in a bathtub because I'll be making medicine with it. But most of the stuff made in the bathtub was hunch bunch punch. A lot of times they made it in a bucket. Most of the time it was in a still up in the hills or hid in a shed. You gotta remember, most people didn't have bathtubs back in the day. A lot of times they'd go out in the rain if the rain wasn't too cold. Then they'd heat the water up on the down here. They'd heat the water up, put it in the pitcher, and that's where you had the water basin with the pitcher in it. The old way of washing up, and then of course you had the slop jar for when you couldn't make it to the outhouse at night. And yes, I have used the pitcher that had the warm water and the wash basin before. Nope, no way. Don't try them. That's why I try to tell people medicine, except my elderberry syrup. Medicine's not supposed to taste good, because if medicine tastes good, you will abuse it and take too much. Yep. Yep, they would hide it. They would hide it. And you got to remember, though, if you're making hard liquor in the bathtub, it's going to eat that metal drain out. So you have to be careful. But a lot of times that's why people got so bad sick on bad alcohol. Yeah, there was two-door Chevelles. Yes, there was. Yes, there was two-door Chevelle Malibus. Yep. You know how I know? Daddy had one. Loved it. Loved that car. Had air shocks in the back. You could raise the back end up, drop that front end down. Now, Daddy didn't run it like that very often, but we called that car the feed sack burner because the exhaust pipe run through the whole length of the car, And on the back floorboard where you put your feet in the exhaust pipe, there was a small hole on top of the exhaust pipe. And the floorboard would get really hot right there. And Daddy had a bag of sweet beads sitting there. And he got to wondering why it started smelling like cooked molasses in there. Then he happened to notice the smoke. It had started to smolder. Yep. See, I'm not a Mustang person. They're overrated. But I guarantee you that, what was that I had? Was it 425 or 525 BMW? I guarantee you Victor would have outdone that Mustang. That was a dream car. And it was gave to me very, very well used. But that baby could turn on a dime and nothing flat. Well, I'm allowed to make only so much alcohol. And I'm going to do it too. But of course, I'm going to test it, make sure it's safe. Yep, see, nowadays you don't buy, last 15, 20 years, you don't buy no Mustang, no Dodge Charger, none of them fast cars. Because I'm gonna tell you why you get it, why you're able to get it second hand and usually at a cheap price. That car's been ragged out because somebody's had it. I've been watching them. They fly in them cars. The Mustangs, the Chargers, and I forget what that other one is. Camaros. They will rag them cars out and trade them in. No, you just don't know the power of a BMW. Yep, that car was sweet. You gotta remember, it was built for the Autobahn over there. Yeah, and that's not a slow track. But I never liked Mustangs. I'm not a Ford person. They're not known as found on road dead for no reason. Yep, yep. I've been in Plymouth Dusters and everything. Of course, now I like the old Ramblers too. Ramblers were a good car too. Of course, I've been in a Volkswagen bus. I love those things. It's just, but yep. You getting hungry, baby? You not hungry? Yep, we never had a new car. Don't know what. I've never had a new car. I sure don't want a new car now. You couldn't give me one of them cars now. I like the antique ones because at least you can work on them. Uh, yeah, Plymouth Dusters, Ramblers, uh, old, the old Monte Carlos when they were good. Two-door Monte Carlos. I've had, uh, what was that? SS Camaro? No, SS Monte Carlo. The Pontiac Fire. No, it wasn't a Trans Am. No, Lord, it was another Camaro. It was a 70s or was it an 80 Camaro? Two-door. I love that car. Um, I've had an Impala. I've had a lot of old cars. What's a new car? Ain't that the truth? I don't want nothing new. I think it was an 80 model Monte Carlo I had, or it was 82. It was a two-tone blue, two-door. Lord, I loved that car. Loved it even more after the motor blew on it. We knew it was going. Um, Put in what used to be, Lord, I can't remember now. Used to be the old police cars back then. It wasn't a Chevelle. Have had a Chevelle before. Those Daddy had one. Those were wonderful. Uh, Dropped that motor out of that. Used to be a police car. Dropped that down into the Monte Carlo. Crown Victoria, yeah. No, it wasn't a Crown Vic because it had to be a Chevy to drop down in. Uh, because it had to be a Chevy to fit down into the Monte Carlo. It was another one, I do believe. We had Jimmy rigged that one because, let's see, the, the Monte Carlo was fuel injected and the other one was carbureted. Yep. Yep. Cars and trucks today, they're fiberglass crap. They're not made of metal, of steel. Now, I had my choice. People laugh. If you want a car that you could be in just about any wreck and survive, a 70s model hearse. A hearse, you're not going to die in a car wreck. You might get moved a little, but they had double steel walls because of being carrying, the caskets and everything. I watched several times at demolition derbies people having hearse that just tore everybody else up. There was only one time I watched when the hearse didn't win, and that's only because the battery cable come loose. Yep, listen, let me tell you, my daddy, oh my God, he loved that truck. I hated that truck. It was, let's just say, I called I called the truck, it had its own name. It was called the Brown Turd. Sorry, that's what it looked like. That was the color of it. And it was an international two-door pickup truck. Lord, him and that thing went everywhere. Yep, yep, I've seen them Willis Jeeps a rolling around. But yeah, I'd love to have a 70s model hearse. And let me tell you, 60s, 70s, they were built to last. And it was always fun watching them at the demolition derby because them poor other people, they didn't stand a chance. Now I will admit there was one really good Ford that was built, and that was a Country Squire station wagon back in the day that mamas had, like the wood paneling on the outside. Let me tell you, that Country Squire station wagon pulled a horse trailer that had 7 full grown horses in it and acted like it was pulling nothing. That car was amazing. Yes, well, the one we had seats in the back. You could, fold them down, raise them up, but they went this way, and that was where I wanted to ride. Was in the back, looking out the window and waving at people. Now we did have running water as long as the bills were paid. I've never been a band person. Junior's a band person. I'm not. I like pickups and I like cars. And a lot of times, if I'm not careful, I treat cars like pickups. Yep, I think this one was a 60s or early 70 model. I love that station wagon. I'm not going to lie. I can't tell you how many times I had to help dad or mom get that country squire station wagon unstuck out of the mud because they didn't know how to drive in mud. Yep, the little high beam button. I miss those things. I miss those. They are so much easier to work on than that crap in the steering wheel. Yes, yes, them floor vents. Yep. See, I was raised when you didn't have to use seat belts. Yes, they built them built to last, because that was still when America really made real things, not this fiberglass crap now that you pay more for than you could buy a house with land. These trucks, 50, 60, 80,000 or more. You could buy a house with acreage. I'm not paying that much for no new vehicle. Not going to do it. No, no, I never did like that 3 on the tree. No, I like a floor shifter. I like the floor shifter. It's easier to work on. Daddy tried to teach me at 3 on the tree. I'm like, going, no, I'm good. Leave me alone. No, 4-speed with reverse or 5-speed with reverse. Speed shift. Ooh, Lord, no. I don't like that push button start stuff. No, give me a key. I like a key. Yep, pop the clutch and you're gone. See, the Monte Carlo there, after a while, the reverse went out. So I had to make sure that I parked where I could get out of the parking spot. So sometimes it took a little while to find the parking spot. I can't tell you how many times I popped the clutch on an S10, getting it to start. As long as you get going good enough. Now you might get whiplash if you get to going too fast, but yeah, you can get a car started, vehicle started. But yeah, I miss the old cars. Whoo, Lord, no, I haven't heard of that one. I'm good. Yep, I've seen the Mavericks. Yep. Listen, until you've had to drive a car where the ignition went out and you Jimmy rigged a light switch from the house, then you know you're doing something. I've started. When the ignition went out on the Monte Carlo, there for a while I used a flathead screwdriver. Started right over. After a while, the flathead screwdriver quit working. Then they Jimmy rigged the wire to a house light switch. You flip the switch, it would start. You cut the switch down, it'd kill the motor. It was funny as hey, I was like, okay, as long as it works, it's all that matters. Now my prettiest car, that besides the Monte Carlo, oh, I love the Monte Carlo. But that 80 Camaro, was it a SS Camaro? I don't know. It was something like that. But I always loved that car because it had what they called slick 50s on the back. Jacked up the rear end of the car, the nose kind of was down, and yeah. And the best part of cars back then, parts were interchangeable. They ain't anymore. Now I love S10s, S10 Chevy S10 pickups. Back in the day, 70 models up to about 85, 86, they started messing them up. They were amazing trucks. You could pull the motor out, have it rebuilt, put back in 4 hours. Ask me how I know. The only downfall to that truck, especially if it was stick shift, was the clutch fluid holder. Had this rubber gasket cup that fit down into it. Well, after a while, that clutch fluid would eat the rubber up. You couldn't go to a parts store to get the part. You could only get it from a dealership. I think they designed it that way on purpose. Now, it wasn't expensive. It was like $1.50, something around in that area, depending on the dealership. But yeah, you might get a year, maybe a year and a half out of that thing. And once that thing went out, you had to get another one. And then, Lord, let me tell you, the trials and tribulations of having to sit there, pump the clutch, hold it down for somebody with an X at the time underneath to bleed the clutch system, because you had to get all the air completely back out. It was aggravating. Yep, toggle switch, yep. Yeah, I don't like all that electric crap. Little red station wagon. I can't help it. I love station wagons. I absolutely love station wagons. You can do so much in station wagons. You can haul all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I always dreaded when I heard we need to bleed the clutch. If I could disappear, it would be great. Never could get out of helping bleed the clutch. And after having to pump that clutch so many times and hold it down until he unloosened the screw, bolt, whatever it was, and you felt it go all the way to the floor, and you better hold it. Don't care if you got a cramp, hold it until that bolt or nut or whatever was tightened back up, because if you didn't hold it down until that was tightened back up, it would fill back up with air and you'd have to start all back over. Yep. But yep, I'm gonna get off here, y'all. I've had a great time. Oh, it's okay. We all read Taiwanese, and we type it just as well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually hungry. I'm going to heat me up some rice and have me some more of that gravy from last night. Yep. Yep. Most of the time, you know what our motor puller was? Was a hoist with chains. Sometimes come along, it all depends. And a good oak tree limb and hoist the motor out. Ah, you're welcome, Jay. You're welcome. Now listen, y'all. Pay attention to your weather coming up. Now they're going to flip flop quite a bit, but keep an eye on it. And I'm telling y'all, get prepared. They're fixing to nail us if they get away with it. Make sure you got water. Make sure you got a way to stay warm in case you lose your power. Stay warm and make sure you got food you can eat that don't have to have cooking or so. And don't open those refrigerators or deep freezes. And if you're cold enough and your power goes out, get somebody, if you got a back porch, get somebody to help you move that deep freeze to the back porch. Survival time, y'all. Just keep your eyes open on your weather and read your radars. Stay safe, stay sound, don't be paranoid. Paranoid will get you killed. So all of y'all, stay safe and sound. Know that me and Junior love y'all dearly. And I look forward to you getting to talk with y'all next Monday night. Now remember, I won't have a phone after midnight tomorrow night. Is it tomorrow night? Yeah, I think it's tomorrow night. It'll be back on Thursday. I already have videos scheduled. Y'all stay safe, stay sound, and know that we love y'all dearly. Hoot, hoot. Mwah. Love y'all. See y'all soon.